So, do you want to make cool clouds like this? Well, here's the place to go. Seemingly this is the only tutorial on it. I'm surprised with how popular the mod is. So if you have any questions, go ask BlackRock on the Patreon or forum. Or it also works. I have to ask him a few questions there. Anyways, you can go to the wiki if you have any questions, and we'll start right here. Ignore what I've done. So first, what we're gonna do, just like any other mod, any way you'd make a plan mod, copy someone else's configs. Yep. So copy what BlackRock has made. Just delete everything you have. Delete everything that he has made before you release whatever you're doing. If you plan to release it at all. It's just a bunch of bloat. Especially when it's linked to his his folder. Oh no, my computer's burning up. So we can see here that we're gonna go to the config. Objects, that's each layer. So you can name the layer, name the body. I'm gonna change this up when I'm done. The altitude, you can use it. It's very self-explanatory. Detail speed, that's how fast the detail textures affect anything. I'd ignore that if I were you. I'd have no idea. Speed, that's how fast the clouds move across the planet. I'd change that depending on what you want. If you think it's gonna be a windy planet or whatever. Detail scale, ignore that. Detail text, ignore that. UV noise text, ignore that. There's been like 3 versions floating around, and I've never seen anyone actually make their own and use that. Bump scale, you can change that. Learn very soon. It's on the wiki that tells you what it does. Color, that's what color the clouds are. It's white right now. The main texture, that's going to be the scaled texture. So we're going to go over that. The bump map, that's the normals. The flow map, that's if you're doing a gas giant. It also works on planets, by the way, so if you're making hurricanes or whatever. Noise, you can configure that in-game. I haven't touched that right now. That's more of a you thing. The coverage map, it's like a height map, but for clouds. It tells you where there are going to be clouds. The cloud type map, tells you what type of clouds. Okay, you can change the tiles, you can make your own, whatever. Ignore what I'm doing right now. So, we're gonna go to the textures, plug in data. Curvin, that's what the default name is. You can change the name later. So for the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna change the base texture. For the coverage, I've already started mine. I just don't want to restart everything. So that's just what it looks like. At least a start of what it would look like. You don't need any of the special brushes I have. You can do it all with the default GIMP brushes. Anyways, so you can make a brand new black canvas. It's gonna be 8K by 4096. It didn't run well on my computer. But my computer is absolute trash. Yours will almost definitely be better. Anyways, we're gonna go here. So we're gonna do it just like you would with a planet. We're gonna Frankenstein it. So it just sets up with a cloud texture. You can definitely find a few at like a high resolution. So we got 8K. That's what I'm gonna go with. There's plenty of good sources out there for these. You don't have to use the exact one I did. Like you can see this one's not exactly 4K. I might have to look at the website, but I'm too lazy for that. That one's definitely not 4K. This one is. So I'm gonna paste that in there. You can lock the bottom texture. Your main canvas right there. And we're just gonna start chopping. Look for any interesting parts and cut it up. Like, for example, for my plant, I don't want these like spotty patches. I don't think they look very good. This is my opinion, whatever. So you're gonna find a thing wherever you think, like here, I'm gonna take this one. Gonna use the lasso tool, or free select tool, whatever they call it. You're gonna circle right around it. And for some of these, they don't have an alpha channel. Remember to add that. Okay, do Control I, and then press delete. There we go. You can put the two layers together and continue on with that. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how to, like, what I would do. Like, if like these are pretty disconnected, I would add some more clouds on the edges or something with the heal tool. Yeah, the heal tool is basically what most, I mean, that's how you make textures for this game. It's always the heal tool, nothing else, basically. I would not recommend hand drawing those clouds. It is a pain. Like, look at this stuff. But for little details, go ahead. And don't try not to have this blurring. It's not going to look good on your scaled texture. Anyways, after I'm done, it's going to keep going. So this is our finished map. It's definitely not all the way finished, so I'm going to export it as a PNG. You should probably do that too, because if you ever need to change it, it helps with it not being ultra compressed after exporting it and whatever every a billion times. So first we're going to export the coverage map as a DDS, direct draw to surface file. DXT5, yep, do that. For the scaled map, we're going to do color to alpha, make that color black so we get only the white. This is going to be overlaid onto our planet in like the map view and high above it in space. Name it as scaled. Same compression. And we're going to do Control Z to get back to what it was before. And then we're going to make a normal map. I can't speak today. Anyways, it's under generic if you're ever wondering. GIMP, why? We're going to export as a DXT5NM. Yeah, it's basically the same as any other planet. I would just do this because I don't find it to be that important to have accurate normals. Now we're going to do our cloud type map. So, I'm going to make a brand new black canvas. I mean, it's going to cover up whatever it was before. I'm too lazy. So we're going to look at the wiki, and if we go down to cloud configuration, if I actually use my brain for once, it's going to be down there. There's a noise thing. You can figure that out yourself. Length, rarity, and whatever. You can look at what that does. Cloud types. This is a range of. It's basically a biomap, but black and white. The cloud type number 1 is going to be black. Cloud type number 4 is going to be white. And with the other two are in between. You just got to set the colors to 85. Like how I'm doing it here. So you can just draw whatever you want. I'm just going to put a placeholder here because it's just a tutorial. I'll figure this out later. Name it cloud type and export it as DXT5. Yep, and then we're going to go on to the config file. So we can just copy the one from BlackRock or mine's already done, but I'm just gonna redo. I just redid the clouds. So fix the name, fix the body. You can rename the layer. I don't know why I have two name nodes there, but ignore that. We're gonna make it so the path is correct. This one is not correct. Also, this is gonna be the scaled one. I mean, your path is gonna be different depending on where you put everything. Mine is not correct, as you'll see later in the video. We do not put .dds at the end. I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. So we're going to do the same for the normals and coverage map. So, come on, get on with it. Why did I edit this so badly? Anyways, you can, if you made a flow map, you can do that too. I'm going to cover that later. And leave the detail text and UV noise text alone, unless you made something else for your own. I don't know why you would, but whatever. Coverage map, link that one too. I wouldn't change any other things under that node there. So once we've got that, you can add ambient noises if you want, like alien sounds and whatever. That sounds like a cool thing to add, but I don't know. You can make another painter tile if you want. That might be helpful. And I'm just going to disable all these extra layers. Ideally, you should delete them all. But I didn't do that there for some reason, and I ended up fixing it later. So delete the other layers. Should be basic stuff, you know. I'm not going to go too deep in it for this episode. So, everything should be correct. All these, you can leave that alone for now. You can go tinker with that later. They're relatively simple, to be honest. It's for the Eve shadows, if you've done scatter, then this would be pretty easy to do. Just use your brain a bit. These are the only plants I've got right now. Yeah, seriously, that isn't actually a plant. I removed it a while back. None of these are complete. I'm putting way too much work into this. So, we save it, close it, and then we're going to load up Kerbal Space for them. Anyways, we can see here. Look. No clouds. Something is broken. Ignore the Kerbalism fatal error thing, that you should not have any other mods installed when you're testing something. And as you can see, path is incorrect. Ignore the fatal error again. So I'm going to go fix the path and get back to it. Anyways, here's our finished results. I didn't change anything, I didn't change the coverage map or anything through this edit. This is what it looks like, and you can see there are definitely problems with it. That's why we saved it as a PNG, so we can edit it and fix it later. It looks about fine, but it's the North Pole and South are looking very barren. And as you can see, that weird cloud shape, you can do just about anything with these clouds. You can make even Scott Manley if you wanted to. Or you can make a whole nother planet texture, put it as a clouds, and then have everyone be surprised when they land into a rock when they think they're going to be in the ocean. Yeah, that's kind of... As you can see, the current planet thing, Loon, is not complete at all. I'm going to get on to my next tutorial will be on that, once I figure it out. And you can see Giant Sun too, looks fine with that. And here's the clouds. No, they don't look good. they look very, like they have very sudden drops. I'm gonna do this. Oh no. Anyways, we got this. You can see it doesn't look very nice. You can change the noise through the Eve toolbar menu. That might help with it a bit. You could also... The main reason these are looking so flat is because their density curves aren't very good. It's like a sudden drop off. So you should always fix that. There's a mod that I would use for this called Amazing Flow Curve Editor. It's on CKAN, by the way, so yeah, that one's very helpful. Look, see, it's very flat. And so you can, because this is only one layer, you can add a bunch more layers. And you can see the density curve, like, that's not very good. So you can change that if you want. Like, you could do this manually, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to do. So you could just... Why am I doing this in this video? Like, who edited this thing? So we're gonna hit apply, and you can see this change pretty quickly, depending on if your computer's not a potato. Alright, if this ever starts loading. Anyways, you can see, still doesn't look very good. It might be a problem with the noise or whatever. So, you can mess with the settings if you want. Ignore this right now. This was from a previous take. I messed up the canvas size, and so the cloud map from space looks very messed up. As you can see, the planet looks all fine. If it weren't for the ugly clouds. Ignore the horizon lights thing. That's something else. Another mod that I have that's messing with it. That's the roof, by the way. That's not the clouds. So we can see velocity are not good. So you can see the clouds are volumetric. They look pretty good. So it was going in for a nice soft landing there,